Listen, I'll be 51. Appreciate you. All right, Brad. Good morning.
Good morning. Yes, I love how this started out with Jason talking about the sorry and Sid talking about that as well. And my awareness. Oh, hopefully I've got a little red bar going. Am I cutting out or am I clear?
We can't hear you at all. Just kidding. We hear
you. So my awareness or my experience with this sorry and apologize, you may or may not need to. However, if you genuinely did mess up and you want to get leverage out of it, this is what I've experienced. When you say sorry, people get defensive on the other side, like, man, I'm so sorry I'm late. And then the feeling they get is, yeah, he was freaking late. They like confirm it, right? But when I say, hey, I apologize for being behind schedule, they actually apologize back and say, oh, no big deal. So that's just one of the things I want to say about sorry and apologize, right? I hope I'm not cutting in and out. So anyway, back to that, when Lee was talking about, looking through your lens, my awareness of coaching thousands of people and my observation from this is that we are all deep in our own forest, and people in general, we are running through that forest as fast as we can. And I typically start a coaching relationship and say, now I get to cheat a little bit. I get to fly above you at 10,000 feet above the treetops, and I get to watch you running around in the forest. And you may think you're going one direction because we're so deep in it. And we might even be aware of the path and the trees that we're running through. However, we may be completely off course. So what I wanted to bring to light here is the awareness that we have is for the particular moment that we're in. And sometimes we get blinders on. That's where this whole blind spot thing comes from, that we're running through our forest. So the awareness level, and this, guys, I'm talking to me. I mean, Victoria was talking about self-awareness. I'm in my own forest, and I may think I'm running the right direction. Actually, I believe I'm running the right direction. And I know, like, this room and these different perspectives and everything we have lets you know that there's a lot of paths out of the forest. I can keep running the direction I'm going, and if I am going to get out, I could also go just a little bit over, jump over 2 or 3 feet and keep running that same direction. I'm still going to get out. So it's just that awareness that when we get in there, there may be a better way. There may be a simpler way. And it's
Hang
just.
Hang on a second, Brad. You're in the Matrix right now.
Yeah, I know it's coming. Let me see if I can move around a little bit. As I close out.
Clear it up now.
Okay.
Get on that tuna can with a full hat.
Yeah, there you go. Gosh, go away, Red Bar. Why the heck do I have that today? But here's what I want to leave it with. Is that while we're running through this forest, we are making things more difficult than they need to be. A lot of times, that's just something we naturally do as humans. And there may be a simpler, people don't see the super simple ways to do things. And I noticed that just over years, I mean, we're talking 20 years of coaching. It's like, well, it's as simple as this. And they're like, oh my God, why didn't I see that? So anyway, that's what I wanted to bring to awareness, is that there may be an easier way, even if you found the easy way. And believe me, I'm in my own forest. So it's a fun forest, but it is a forest.
I love that. And listen, the reality is, and that's what I had said earlier, is, the messages are always there, but until you're ready to receive them and to listen to them, accept them, you're not going to hear them. That's why people say, man, how did I not see this? Well, because you hadn't learned the lesson yet. You hadn't had the awareness yet that maybe that was something that was going wrong, or that could have been better. Or how many times have we heard something from someone? It's like, oh my God, I've heard it 1,000 times, but I never really understood it. And it finally clicks, right? That's just part of the journey. And when we're ready to receive those messages, the messages will appear. We'll actually listen to the whispers. That sound that you hear at one point, you'll be like, oh, I know what that sound is. Well, why didn't you know that before? Well, because your ear wasn't tuned to it. You just weren't ready to receive the message the way you needed to hear it. That's just the way it is. Elda.